Welcome back to AutoLooks Online. This week we're looking at the 2011 MG6. Okay, yeah, it's been a long time since we've all heard of MG, especially in North America. Yeah, for us, it's been since what, 80s? Over in Europe, close to a decade, but not as long. With new owners, with the Chinese taking over MG now, we're now starting to see what the Chinese have seen all along. They had a great name, some decent looking designs, but unfortunately, MG didn't learn fast enough that you can't work off those great looking designs for over a decade, especially when it comes to sedans. Sedans, you got to change every 5 years or less. Now, look at the Ford Fusion. We're on an update of the design already. It's been out for what? 5 years? Like, come on. You update it that quick? MG? Remember the old sedans they had? They didn't update them that quick. The MG G-Power, two-door coupe. Nice looking car, but dated design, dated platform. Now, with new owners of the Chinese right now, MG is starting to make a comeback. The Rover name is, well, sort of come back in China with the Rover Rowe, R-O-W-E. Look for it online. Neat looking vehicle, but it still hasn't made its way everywhere else. Now, the new MG6, European, yeah, not just Chinese, European. We ain't going to be getting it over here in North America, unfortunately. I know we all would like to see MG come back, but hey, they're going to make a face for themselves back in their homeland before they ever consider moving on to the rest of the world. Now, let's take a look at this brand new MG, okay? Although currently they still are producing their sports coupe, the new MG6, this is one wild looking thing, okay? Up front, you got more of like a big carbon covered headlights. We're starting to see a lot of this, especially in Volkswagens. But it's making its way over to China now. This front end, looking pretty good. The only major thing that I find problematic with this, the grille here seems big. It's not actually that big, but when you look at it, it looks too big. It's just because there's no, the front lip isn't big enough, and the sides of it aren't big enough. Create a little bit more, well, widen the gap, create a little bit more steel around those edges. Hell, even curve it around a little bit more. You might be able to reduce a bit of the size. Now, the logo has kind of eaten its way into the bumper there. That is a neat effect. Not the coolest looking thing in the world, but it's a very neat effect. Why? Well, it's a focal point. You're going to be drawn right to that absence right in the bumper. You're automatically going to think, hey, is that a chip? Is that a crack? And you're going to see the logo and go, oh, it's an MG. So what's the number one thing you see when a guy's got a massive dent inside of his car? You're not drawn to, hey, nice paint job or a cool car. No, you're going to look right at that dent. It's the number one thing. Okay, looking up on the hood, got a pretty nice bump. Yeah. Credit that sport appeal. MG was always about the sport. Seems that they kind of bring it back to sport. One problem you find with this car, it's still a bubble. Okay? This design still seems a little dated. It's got a lot of new features, but still seems kind of, 2000-ish. It's 2010. We're moving into the next decade. Need some new designs. Now, the rims, you gotta hand it to them. Very well done. Those 5-point rims, okay, you may see them on a lot of other different vehicles, but on this vehicle, works perfectly, okay? I gotta give you a 10 out of 10 on rims for this thing. Superb. Now, moving along to the side of this vehicle, plain, but it works. Doesn't need a lot of features. This design is all about smooth curves, nice lines, okay? You add in some air ducts or something, you're just gonna interrupt the flow of the design. So, really, I can't really deduct points for not having anything there when the design theme isn't supposed to have anything there. Moving on to the back. Okay, we have a different set of rims here. These rims, kind of neat. Not too crazy about them. A little too curvy for my liking. But hey, some people out there might like these things. And they're a lot better than a lot of other car companies. Okay, moving on to the back, we kind of notice this isn't a sedan. This is a saloon. Fastback, the CLS design. Hey, a lot of car companies need to be getting into this. Volkswagen Passat CC, the Audi A7, BMW is even working on one. The next 6 Series Coupe. Well, 6 Series Coupe sedan. Even the Aston Martin Rapide went this way. This is a new type of, well, sort of hatchback look. One of the first cars I could think of that sort of looked like this was the old Mazda 6, previous generation. But with the debubble rear window, you kind of knew it was a hatch. This thing, still got a trunk lid. Yeah. Or boot. Now, they've added in to the boot a nice integrated spoiler. Creates some extra downforce. Nice. Very nice. The only downside you gotta find in this thing, oversized bumper. Okay, we all know you're gonna get hit. You're more than likely gonna get hit from behind, but kind of hide that. It somewhat blends in, somewhat sticks out. Maybe it's just because it's too curved. No, tail lights, they are kind of neat. I think they're a little too long and a little bit too big for this car. They still blend very well with the design. I'm not going to give them a perfect 10 out of 10 for these lights. You're getting an 8, okay? Unfortunately, I have to give you an 8. A little too big. They're very well done. Your rear window, very nice and smooth. Flows with the top. Okay. And take a look at one last little thing. Yeah, we all know. Integrated exhaust. If you knew anyone was going to do it with the sedan, we knew MG was going to do this. The only downside to where this is, it makes something come out of the rear bumper, okay? They should have kind of made it part of the bumper, not extruded it from the rear end. Overall, I'm giving this car an 8 out of 10. Why? Yeah, the design may seem dated, the platform may seem dated. You know what? MG is all about sport, and they grab it in every aspect of this car. Everything about this just screams, you need to go fast. You need to have fun. You're going to have fun on the back roads of England. Back roads, well, anywhere. Flying down a hill in Switzerland. You're going to have fun on this thing. Unfortunately for myself, I won't be able to get one here. But hey, maybe someday we can. This is Jay saying for AutoLooks this week. It's nice to see the Chinese are bringing back some great British vehicles.